back to another episode of the Messiest Truths podcast. This is episode number 50. Yay! Episode 50, y'all. And we are ready to go. This is Mar, and I'm recording live from Montreal.
It is your favorite middle child, Nisha J, from the lands of the Kanakahage. And down south?
This is Azar recording from New York City. And not only is this our 50th episode, we completely forgot about our anniversary. So this is also moonlighting as our anniversary episode. So happy anniversary, ladies!
Happy anniversary!
We have been dating that long?
What? It's been, I think September was actually our anniversary.
Wow.
April.
Wow.
You know how it is. Life happens.
Yeah, speak for yourself. I just didn't realize we were dating that long.
Well,
do we have an anniversary, ladies?
Us?
Us?
Yes.
I don't know. It would have to be that first episode of the Cypher show that you came on, but who
Yeah, I
knows
don't
what that
remember.
was.
I will ask Zip from Ill Groove Garden if he remembers.
I don't remember the
Yes,
episode. I don't
definitely.
remember the day or the year. I don't remember, but
Okay, Marv, way to say that I don't remember you, Nisha. That's not very nice.
oh god, here we go.
That's not what
what
I
it
will
meant.
say I will say that I was currently in university. So I had to be about 21, 22 or graduating
we
or
were
just
all there,
about to
yeah.
graduate. So that gives
Yeah.
us at least 22 plus years under our belt.
Mhm.
Exactly.
See, so we are actually, shout out to King Noir, we have actually been in a successful polyamorous friendship relationship for over 20 years.
We have. So, ladies and gentlemen, this episode is our 50th episode, like we mentioned, and we decided that we were going to do something extra special to celebrate it. And we've always been wanting to hand out what we call Messi Awards because it seems so fitting, at the end of the year, get a little bit of a review of all of the craziness that's happened in the past year. We're late. Obviously, we are very, very late. Life happens. There's been a lot of things that have gone on behind the scenes. So all that to say, we have come together in order to carry out this 50th episode, and we will continue to move on with this theme, the Messi Awards, the Messy Truths Awards. And we've all got
Yes.
a selection of awards that we want to hand out to people who were very, very messy in 2022. Very messy.
Very much.
Well, let's get the blankets and the towels and the napkins then.
What?
Well, we got to clean up the mess after, right? Like, let's get the Lysol and the Windex and I don't know, the
Right.
eco-friendly products.
Yep.
Wow.
Somebody get a mop and clean it up. Clean up in
Tell
aisle
me.
7.
And aisle
Right.
50.
2022
Wow.
was messy. It really, really was. It was
It was
very
messy.
messy. So which one
I'll
of you
tell you.
which one of you ladies wants to hand out the first award?
I'll do it.
Go ahead, Oz. Drum roll.
Okay. So here's my thing. I have like messy awards, but not all of them are categorized. But I will say the messiest, unthought of, like not well planned out event by a person. How's that? Is that good?
Okay.
Does that work? Is that like some kind
All right.
of
Whatever
award?
you want it to be.
I'm going to give this one to Will Smith.
Right?
But
But you know what?
Let's not. I know we had a disagreement about this on the air, Nisha. We didn't agree. We didn't have the same opinion. But let me give out my award before
Yeah,
you
you
give me your
should.
input, okay?
You should
Let me give out my
your
award. Listen, I think it was just a bad choice of action, timing, situation, circumstance, location. Just not a good idea, Will, to get up and slap the shit out of Chris Rock at an award ceremony that's televised. Just not a good idea. And listen, I know since then we've come a long way, right? We've made, apologies. We've had some weird comebacks by Chris Rock and his live performance, but that's not the point. This is just an award for a bad decision. How about that?
I agree.
The messy
I
decision.
agree. But it did
How's
lead to massive economic gain for Chris Rock because I see now Homeboy got a special on Netflix. So
yes, he does. Yes. Listen, there was a lot that came from that, right? Like it led to PR even for Will Smith and Jada, and it always does. But ultimately, that was bad decision making.
I agree.
Finest. It was impulsivity at its finest. And you're a grown ass man, Will. This is not how we resolve things.
And we talked about domestic abuse. So if you're in a domestic abuse relationship, Will Smith, please seek some help, please, because I don't
Jada's
know.
beating
Poor
on her?
guy. I heard
hurt people.
I heard that the relationship isn't healthy, like from her part. Like,
yeah, I think that slap wasn't really about the joke. It was really about the
No,
years
I don't think so either.
You know, marital problems and being the butt of jokes in the media and so forth. That's what that slap was
and
all about.
issues coming to the surface.
And you need to handle that on your own time. Don't handle that publicly that way. You keep your hands to yourself, you know, and then we wouldn't even be continuing to talk about it, especially on a night where you won an award for your performance. And I thought it was a wonderful movie. I loved King Richard. I thought it was well deserved, you know. It's just really a shame.
Yeah.
It really is a shame. All right.
Well, I'll give you. Go ahead, Mar. You go ahead.
I have an award for the. It's a Messiest Award for the worst example of what it means to have white privilege. So this is actually a local story that happened here in Quebec. It takes place, and let me see if I can get this correctly. I forget what year it took place, but anyway, in 2022, there was a fine or a penalty, a decision that was handed down by the CRTC against ici Quebec, which is or Radio Canada. Here in Quebec, we have Radio Canada, which is the equivalent of the CBC across the entire country. And so there was a young man by the name of Ricardo Lamour, who is a local artist and social worker, and he was being interviewed on the CBC about his work in the community as an activist and so forth. And he filed a complaint with the CRTC because in the show that was airing previously, before he was about to go on and be interviewed himself, the host did nothing in terms of warning people that the N-word was going to be used. And the reason the N-word was used is because it happened to be the anniversary of a book, N-word Blanc d'Amérique. It basically is referring to the experiences of people, white Quebecers, who were treated unfairly. And it was a book written by Pierre Valliere. And so on the show, they were discussing this book, the anniversary, its impact on Quebecois culture. And so the CRTC, as I mentioned, Ricardo Lamour reported the use of the N-word multiple times on the show, I might add. And the decision was handed down last year. And they were, required to apologize, and they were punished. And so a whole series of Quebecois personalities, a lot of white folks who are in the media on this network, decided that they were angry about this decision. They thought it was unfair that of all the moments to choose to rant about freedom of speech, this was the moment that they decided to use that as an example of why freedom of speech is so important. I can't tell you how incredibly disappointing it is to even hear that, and the fact that this was like an ongoing campaign that went on for days and days and days. I thought, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of in my life. Like, this is the hill you want to die on. So anyway, there's a really great article on Cult Montreal that is written. I forget who the journalist is, but anyway, she wrote an amazing article about this particular incident, and I encourage everyone to actually go and check that out. And she, talks about how incredibly ironic it is that these people are complaining about the importance of freedom of speech and their desire to use the N word without being censored. And she goes on to talk about Pierre Valliere and the life that he led. He's actually an FLQ terrorist. He was convicted. He was convicted, and but in before he died, he actually went out and said that he denounced all of his past behavior. He was a champion and a supporter of the LGBTQ plus community, and he actually felt embarrassed about some of the things that he'd done, and actually was in support of voiced his support for immigrants to Quebec and how badly they've been treated and so forth. A lot of stuff could have been brought up out of this and turned around for good, and having a great discussion about the current situation in Quebec, what immigrants and people, just racialized people in general, go through. And unfortunately, no one sees that opportunity. So I just want to hand out that award to those Quebec media personalities who chose, of all times, to talk about freedom of speech, and went out there trying to advocate for their ability to use the N word. Yeah, you guys are trash, really, truly.
Yeah. Wow.
Gosh, what you got, Nisha?
Oh my God. I mean, Quebec gets multiple awards for their stupidity.
Yeah,
I
lots and
think
lots
Quebec
of awards
gets
for those
the
folks.
well, actually, the current provincial government probably gets an award for just being the worst and most discriminatory government in Canada. But my award is for somebody for the messiest parenting I've ever seen to date. Wrap it up, Nick Cannon. You are having babies. So one of the things that I've done in my time is watch Wiling Out. And then I watched this YouTube video of his children and like when they're born and with who. Bro, women's vaginas aren't hopscotch. How do you plan to be an active father when multiple children have the same month of birth, age? I just don't understand. Do you ladies understand? Because I don't.
I think
I don't understand
get it.
I mean, I think there's a little bit of narcissism in this whole mix, right?
But there are 10 kids involved.
I know, but I mean, to his defense, these women know that there's other kids. It's not like he's hiding anything, and he's supporting all of them.
Supporting financially. But what happens if son A in state A has a recital, but son B has a recital in another state on the same day, and maybe daughter C has a recital in another state? Which one?
I think we saw him try to manage that around Christmas time, right? When it came to playing Santa Claus and showing up for all of his kids. I mean, look, that you can't really complain at this point because the women all know what they're getting into. They all know. They all know what the circumstances are, and you then have to be accountable for your role in bringing a child into the world and knowing that there's a very strong possibility that this man is he may not be where he needs to be, and there's going to be different needs and different demands made over the years. I guess he stipulated what the terms were for their relationship, what they can and cannot ask for. I look, I don't know all those details, but all I can say is you as a woman now have to take responsibility for yourself and decide whether you really want to be
baby mama number 11,
number 8, number 9. It's the same thing with future. Like at some point you have to take the responsibility.
I hope so. Please.
And what happens if something, not that I'm hoping that happens, but what happens if something tragic happens to Nick Cannon and he dies? How are those women going to be cared for? You know, I mean, I'm sure he'll figure out his estate. Obviously, he's probably thought about this stuff, but I'm just thinking about the hole that leaves in those children's lives, and what is it that you can share in common except for the fact that you have a father who and like 9 other or 8 other half siblings. It's a lot, you know.
I'm stunned.
Yeah.
This is
To
what I
each
do
their
with
own.
my time.
To
Until you,
each their own.
the reason this is strange to me, not strange, I'm being polite tonight, because as a teacher, I remember one year teaching these set of students in different grades. And this kid came up to me and said, Miss, you know they're siblings, right? I said, what are you talking about? They're siblings. They didn't know they were siblings.
Oh
That's what I'm saying.
no.
So to me as a teacher, I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing? They didn't know they were siblings. And I was like, oh. So this whole, like, it, let's just say it was the year of navigating, like meeting with the different moms, them not know. I was like, oh my God, what am I dealing with? 5 siblings.
Can you
And
imagine if you had all 8 of Nick Cannon's kids in your school?
I think there's 10, not 8.
Uh, the number keeps growing. It's
I,
10
Yes, it does.
today. It's 10 today. Could be
I
13
just,
by the end of the year.
yeah, I just remember the look on their faces when they realize they're in the same grade and they're siblings.
Yeah.
I was mortified
crazy.
for them because, yeah. So that's my
Yeah.
messy award. Messy, wrap it up, get a condom, get an IUD, do what you got to do.
All right, Oz.
Yes. So my Messiest Creep award in
Creep.
2022
Messiest Creep.
goes to Adam Levine for.
What did
Do
he
you guys
do?
know the story? You don't know? Oh,
Yes,
my
I do.
God.
I believe I was the one that sent that to you, wasn't it? On
you
Instagram?
probably did. You probably did. It's
Oh,
actually
no,
really
I don't think I know.
disgusting.
And you already know, you ladies already know that I am really not fond of that man at all.
Oh, me neither. I can't stand Maroon 5. Anyway, so Adam Levine basically was texting or sexting girls on IG, like in their DMs or whatever. But there was one specifically that he basically reached out to. I can't find her name, man. I'm so unprepared. But he reached out to her and told her that he's naming his youngest child after her.
Didn't he have
Like,
a full-on relationship with her too?
oh yeah, he had a full-on relationship
Yeah.
with her. It was all revealed. Like he was supposedly like, but the messages he's sending these women are so like skeevy and cringy, like, holy fuck, holy shit, look at your body. Like, I mean, like really stupid, really just, and also, come on, like it's the era of freaking screenshots, my man. Like, did you not think you were gonna get caught?
You could
Like,
see my face, people, right now.
doing? Oh my God.
Oh,
Anyway,
dear.
so he's, he was fully married, getting ready to have a baby, and he just, like he had like he was so lazy. I can't even explain it. Like, it's just so creepy the way he was reaching out, but it's also like, come on, like, are you new? Like, what are you doing? You're a whole celebrity. You're gonna get caught. And he had a year-long affair with the model. Oh, the model's name is Sumner. And I believe he wanted to name his youngest child after her.
Classy.
Which is just
So classy.
so gross. Anyway, he gets my Messiest Creep award for 2022. He's so cringe anyway, right? Like,
Oh, I don't know. I'm not in this. I don't like it. I don't like
Yeah,
it.
he
What do you mean?
definitely is deserving of that award. For sure.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't like it. I don't like it. What are you doing, Adam Lee? You're so weird.
Pretty gross.
Okay.
All right. I just want to say the journalist who wrote that amazing article on Cult Montreal for the messy word I gave is Tula Dramonis. Wonderful
Oh, yeah.
Greek Montrealer. Great writing, great freelance writer. Okay, so my messy award that I'm giving out is actually for the Messiest Live Performance of 2022. And that goes to Omarion.
Oh gosh, what did he do?
You saw it, the verses.
So Just in case any of you forgot, which I don't think you did, you will remember that on June 24th of last year, there was a versus that was held. We all fell in love with versus during the pandemic. Initially started with Timbaland versus Swiss Beats, and then moved on to so many other different artists in the culture. It was great. And so last year there was one that was held in Los Angeles. It was a night of R&B, and it included a bonus match with Ray J and Bobby V against Pleasure P and Sammy. That in itself was a big mess. And I'm a huge Bobby V fan, I must say. So, I mean, yeah, I'm a little biased. I didn't think he did that bad, but that's just because I absolutely love the Bobby V songs. But Ray J, I don't know what happened to that guy. It was really, really poor performance, and he just got his butt kicked by the other side. But
Wow.
what was even more disappointing is the fact that a lot of people were really out here saying that Omarion was going to beat Mario. And I'm a big Mario fan. Omarion, I'm not really a big fan of his solo stuff. It's not really a big thing to me. I can't say that I was a huge B2K fan. I mean, I know the songs. I think they're cool, but it doesn't beat Mario for me. And so anyway, they took to the stage. Omarion, he maybe got a little too cocky, thought he was gonna, win this, and it didn't work out that way at all. The performances were really poor. Vocal ability, all of that was won by Mario, and he won. Mario won in rounds with songs that he just debuted, or songs that so many people hadn't even heard of. And I just kept thinking, I mean, this is really going badly. And what made it even worse, is the special guest appearance of Omarion's brother, Orion, and an even more unusual appearance by a piece of watermelon.
What?
Yes. Do you remember this? The two brothers brought out a huge slice of watermelon, and I believe that this was supposed to be like a simulation of them performing oral sex. Yes.
Why?
And so they took a bite out of the watermelon. The two brothers are doing this, and I'm thinking, what is going on here? This is so weird. And then in the year of our Lord of COVID, they passed the watermelon that they've just eaten to the audience. And I'm just thinking, oh no, this is terrible. So yes, the Messi Award for the Messiest Live Performance goes to Omarion and his brother. I still think they're like absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful men. But I cannot get on board with the watermelon, and the fact that it's your own brother on stage doing this with you, like that was just really awkward, and I never want to see that again, ever.
Oh my
God. Please, let's not do that ever again.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm traumatized.
I'm still traumatized by the watermelon act.
What are you doing?
That whole night was a hot mess. It truly, truly was. And Ray J, man, the notes were just not hitting. It was terrible. It was so bad.
And the baby in his arm, the toddler in his arm. Like, why, guy?
See, I'm really happy I didn't see this because I have
bad.
something that just. Anyways, I don't know what you two do.
Give it to us, Nisha.
No, mine's stupid. So my Messi Award for fashion faux pas is the Pope wearing an all-white puffer jacket, looking like vanilla P. Diddy. You'll see. So, for those of you who don't know, we have Pope Francis, the first Latin American-based pope. And there is a post today where he is rocking his religious hat he's got a little Contigo bottle in his hand. That's what it looks like. He's got his big old silver cross chain there, and my guy is wearing a whole big white P. Diddy looking two-year puffer jacket. Did you see it, Oz? Oz, did you see it? Did you see it, Oz? Did you see the picture?
Crazy.
Right?
It's
And so
like,
one of my favorite fellow co-activists, Will Prosper, wrote, "I love it when you call me Big Papa." And I was like, oh my God.
like the shiny suits the Locks used to wear, right? Like
He
Um,
appeared in a Mace video.
yes, exactly.
like vanilla puff daddy. I don't understand.
Vanilla Pope Daddy.
Yeah, I don't know what it means. There is another, well, I guess they can share the award. As I scroll through Instagram, I saw something that scared me. I gather another fashion faux pas. These little dogs were coming at me, but they looked like they were pirates and doctors and mailmen. And they have these little suits that they put on their front legs and their face. And they run around and they look like animals. Like they look like, you never seen it, Oz, when they dress up the dogs and the dogs look like they're running?
Yeah, I have.
Again, folks, we already have horror movies. I don't need to see dogs looking like pirates with little fake knives running at me.
Why is it a problem? If the squirrels had those clothes on, wouldn't it be a problem?
No, it wouldn't be a problem with the squirrel community.
No. It's Ozzy, you've seen the dogs. Tell the truth and shame the devil. It's weird. They're running at you. You don't understand what's happening. They're dressed up as mailmen, pirates. It felt like Chewbacca, mini versions of Chewbacca from Star Wars. And I was like, this is too much for me. This is too much. You seen it, Mara? What I'm talking about?
I've seen them.
And
I actually like
scary
the
to you?
postman outfit. No, not at all. I love them.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I love the
between
dogs.
Big Pope Daddy and doggy pirate scares, these are fashion faux pas. Like, please. It's like bringing back jeggings. Please stop. Please. Please stop.
Wait, I love jeggings.
You didn't like jeggings?
No.
That wasn't for you?
Fake jeans. No, not interested.
It wasn't her thing.
No.
So, guys, I have one, and this one was pretty disturbing. What should I give? This is the messiest mouth or Twitter fingers award that goes out to Kanye West for 2022. Listen, his actions were actually really devastating. I mean, it's like any kind of hate mongering, as we saw, Trump do, like, kind of enables people, right? It really empowers those who are hateful to speak up louder when they see celebrities or people who have influence do it and get away with it. Not to say that Kanye got away with it. I believe he lost his Adidas deal over it. But just to reiterate, he got very anti-Semitic in 2022. Mm-hmm. He made some pretty crazy comments, like he loved Hitler and, he likes Nazis, or some crazy wild shit. But it's never ending, and I don't know if you guys have kept up with it, but recently he posted that he likes Jews again because of Jonah Hill while he was watching 21 Jump Street. I mean, everything is really lighthearted and comical with him. And it's just so destructive. And to me, I feel like there's definitely mental illness involved here. Yeah. And I don't know if he's getting any kind of help. But to say, for me, definitely Kanye. And I mean, Elon Musk is up there with him too. I have a whole other category for that guy. But the point is that, there's got to be some kind of accountability, some kind of responsibility when you have so many followers and so much, so much fandom at this level, right? Like, you have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like, for real, Kanye just kind of shat the bed over and over again in 2022, besides the fact that he was harassing his ex-wife and he was doing dumb shit on top of dumb shit on top of dumb shit, putting his kid's business out there, all that stuff. it was really disturbing to see him be so hateful and the kind of rippling effect that that had, into the Jewish community. So Kanye, get help, take a couple of seats, and
Just a
he
couple.
receives the Messy Mouth Award for 2022.
Mouth, Twitter fingers.
Right,
Yeah.
all that.
It
all
is
that.
messy. It is messy. Well, I have a Messy Award for a woman by the name of Beverly Dean, who comes from Cheshire, England. It's a little town in northwest of England. And the reason I'm giving the award to her is it's actually a Messy Award for public indecency.
Oh my God.
Let's hear what Beverly Dean did. So Beverly Dean is a 54-year-old white woman, and she exposed her breasts and began to pleasure herself as she sat on the bench in broad daylight outside of a supermarket.
Oh my God!
She's kind of facing the dock area of this town, I believe. I think she was like at the harbor or whatever, and the supermarket was like around the corner behind her. Anyway, regardless of the location, she was spotted performing the sexual act on herself by two office workers who happened to be in the area. And they said that she had touched her genitals under her skirt, and she sat on the riverbank near a store and appeared to be even filming herself. But the police didn't find any footage of this actually happening on her mobile phone.
Was it an OnlyFans?
Maybe she was live streaming on Snapchat.
What? Oh my God.
So she exposed her breasts, she unbuttoned her blouse, and it was just an incredibly embarrassing ordeal for this woman.
Don't say.
Basically, the charges carried a maximum of 6 months in prison. Who I don't really quite recall if she actually got the full 6 months or not. But listen, Miss Beverly Dean is a 54-year-old woman. She was minding her own business. And I say you got to hear both sides of the story, okay? I feel like maybe those people should have minded their own business, okay?
Linda,
she wasn't hurting anyone.
Public indecency? Whatever it's called? No, Mar. We don't do this.
She wasn't hurting anyone. She was pleasuring herself.
This.
And maybe her other fans on OnlyFans or Snapchat or whatever streaming service she was using.
I cannot. Okay, so what is her award exactly for you?
The Messy Award for public indecency.
Okay. So at least you agree that it wasn't indecent in public, but she
chose the wrong time of day.
Let it slide.
The natural lighting during the day is better. I don't know.
Oh man!
I just find it amazing that a 54-year-old woman is doing this. I'm all for women empowerment and just the freedom to be yourself sexually, and I just kind of feel like, just let her be. Mind your own business. Let her be. Let Beverly be.
Well, let's free the tits. Free
Beverly.
You two are ridiculous. Oh my God. Okay.
Let Beverly be with her beaver.
Yes.
Her beaver and her sugar? I don't know.
Her spotted dick.
Oh God.
Toad in the hole.
Beverly, whatever you're doing, make sure you get your money.
Beverly, I hope you're all right. And, if you need money to pay for your legal fees or anything like that, do that within your own home. I'm sure you will already have a group of people on OnlyFans who will be willing to follow you and help you make that money back. So, yeah.
Okay.
Gotta hear both sides.
Do we?
You have to hear both sides.
So mine is, I guess, a bit more controversial because I know you two like this show. But
what? Oh, you're going to tell us which show? Not this show, a different show.
We like the show, and we don't want so many controversial things said, so we don't get canceled.
Right, but you're the one who talked about Beverly and her owners. Okay. I'm still in shock over Beverly. So
Okay,
my
tell us.
Messi award is a 3-way tie between the 3 top messiest reality TV shows. One of
Oh, I
them
love it.
is Fuckboy Island. Like this show,
Oh,
I told you guys you like this show. I
I'm
told you, it's
sorry.
part of me,
Did
not
you
guys. I told you
mean
both that you like the show. That
no?
show, I'm a reality TV watcher. I have to come to admit that this is might be my preferred genre. It used to be sci-fi. Apparently now it's reality TV. So yeah, that show was stupid ridiculous. And I never understood that show.
We love that show.
We know.
We love that show. We don't know what you're talking
The
about.
very fact that I
All
watched
right.
more, number 2, what is currently Farmer Wants a Wife. Like,
Can't even understand the title of this
it's
shit.
okay. It's
What the
3,
fuck?
4 farmers, and these
Farmer
women
Wants a
applied to be picked by a farmer, and they live in Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, and Oklahoma. And they're looking for a farmer wife, a woman who wants to help raise their cows and horse breeders. Are we getting to that point where even the farmers now need a reality TV show? Like,
No,
man, like,
this is just ridiculous.
and my third one, which I admittedly watched to the very end, was Queens of Court. Did any of you watch Queens of Court?
What is that? No.
Okay.
No, never
So,
heard of
Is it about
First
tennis?
of all, no.
Or is it
It's
about
not about tennis.
the judicial system?
Yeah, it's
okay.
not about that either. Number 1, Fuckboy Island, the concept never caught on with me, and I watch all of those shows. Reality, I watch Too Hot to Handle, Love Is Blind, but this one I thought, no, I'm done. Farmer Wants a Wife. I guess part of me felt bad for the LGBTQIA community because, like, why couldn't they do Farmer Wants a Partner or something else? I was out.
True.
It's very
True, Nisha.
heterosexual base. And I find a lot of these reality TV shows are.
They are. Look
Yeah.
at Love Is Blind.
Love Is Blind
That is
never
true.
has
Everything
same-sex
is cis hetero.
couples, never pansexual,
No.
bisexual. And then I admittedly sat down and in one day watched Queens of Court. And I thought it was something else. But
Well, can you tell us
What
it
is it?
I'm so confused.
Tamar Braxton, Nivea, who I realize is the ex-partner of The Dream and Lil Wayne. I'm
Mhm.
so behind. And Evelyn, she's a TV star. Let me see.
Lozado.
Evelyn, yes.
Yeah.
And these 3 women are in a house, the Queen's Castle, with Holly Pete Robinson and her husband. And they find 21 single men, and the queens have to date them and get to know them. And I was like, what am I watching here? What, like,
Why is that bad? This sounds like fun.
you know, I watched it, but it was just so, no, it was just
Messy.
too messy. It was, because they can all date the same men. Like, out of the 21.
That sounds like every other reality TV.
No.
It sounds like every other. It sounds like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. It sounds
Boy
No,
like
but The
Island.
Bachelorette, it's one person dating all of them. But this one,
Yeah.
it's like Nivea got her feelings hurt because homeboy was into Evelyn, but Evelyn, he was in, like, I was just like, this is too
I like
much.
this. I'm about to watch this show.
Oh,
I just
see,
want you
and-
to know right
okay,
now you teed it
But
up.
the very
I'm ready.
fact, yeah, but wait till you see who Tamar Braxton ends up with.
Oh,
tell me, Nisha.
we've
Don't
seen
do
some of
it.
the stuff all over social media.
To
I
be
saw that.
honest,
Yeah.
To be honest, I could see why, because even I was like, okay. Even I liked him. I do think he could tan a bit, but even I was into him. But I was just like, what am I watching? So those are my 3 messiest shows right now.
Okay.
And The Farmer Wants a Wife, please stop. Next thing you know, it's going to be Firefighter Wants a Fire. Police person wants just stop. Just stop while you're ahead.
All of these
please.
professions, I mean, what's wrong with that? People in the
deserve
professions,
love.
yeah, they want love.
Farmer
And
wants a wife?
it is
Yes.
let me tell you, it is very difficult for farmers to be able to find a partner because
Because look, there's nothing around them.
they're alone.
Fucking
They're very
acres and acres of
isolated.
nobody.
They can't spend all of their time with Stacy the cow or
But they don't have like Farmers Mingle or like, you know.
So
there
I
is
just want
actually
to
a
point
dating
out,
app that was set up for farmers
I just
several
want to
years
point
ago.
out to our
And,
listeners
you know,
that the 3 shows that I think are messy, these 2 like. So
I want to watch it.
I
listen,
know. I didn't. I mean, I'm down with F Boy
I wanna
Island.
watch
I agree. It's totally mindless, but I'm here for it. I'm totally here for
Okay.
it.
Always here for the drama.
Farmer
All right,
wants
hold
a wife.
on.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is.
You thought that was messy? All right, I'm gonna piggyback off of her
Oh.
messy reality show award, and I'm about to like put a cherry on top.
Oh yeah.
The messiest reality TV show award goes to MILF Manor.
Hands
Have
down.
you guys watched it?
Hands
Milf
down.
Manor?
Hands down. Agree
Have
with
you watched it?
That is nasty.
All right, hold on. I'm
I've
gonna
never
set it up.
seen
Don't even
this.
say anything.
It's
Nisha.
nasty.
Let me tell
What's
you.
the
I'm gonna
premise?
set it
What's
up
the
for you.
synopsis?
I
I'm
take
gonna
away
set it up.
Queens
So-
of Court and put in
Thank you.
MILF Manor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So look how uncomfortable you're gonna get, Miranda. So MILF Manor brings a bunch of middle-aged moms, right, who like younger guys to an island, and they're all talking about, you know, we like younger guys. They have more energy. They make us feel youthful. Blah blah blah.
True.
And then
You're
they
gonna vomit.
reveal a bunch of younger guys, right? It happens to be their sons, Miranda.
Oh my
Miranda.
goodness. Oh my god.
But yo, let me tell you how I peeped that shit. You can ask Jose. I was like, yo, they're all moms. I bet you their sons are coming to this island because it was weird. Yo, they're all dating each other's sons, Miranda.
Oh, gross.
Are you hearing me?
Oh,
Yeah,
my
it's disgusting.
It was
God.
nasty.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
It is.
I couldn't get past episode 2. I watched episode 2 because it's like a train wreck. Like you can't take your eyes off of it. But yo, no, man, who came up with this shit?
I think the
like,
producers
it's
are
foul.
trying to shame older women, younger men relationships. That's a terrible thing. Because for so many years, it's been normalized. The older man, younger woman, or older man, younger partner. Older partner, younger partner has been normalized for men. So easily normalized for them. But it's never normalized for women. And I really feel that is incredibly wrong and that's just foul.
It's like something out of a Greek tragedy. It's just
to throw in
weird.
their sons to bring like shame into the situation, and that's a really terrible premise. I don't like that at all. That's terrible.
It's a whole
show.
Like, what? How did you get past the pilot, bro? Like, how did this idea even come?
So
to
you
fruition?
you can't even date a younger person or have prospects who are younger than you. You have to not only look at the possibility of being with someone, a potential younger lover, but also be a mom at the same time. Like that's
and you share a room with your son.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because you're mothering. Are you mothering or are you dating? You can't do both in the same show. That's really wrong.
Exactly.
That's terrible.
It's disgusting. It's the wildest show I've ever seen in my life, and I can't even watch it. Like it's just too much for me. I'm like, you know, I was with you with the MILF. You know, I was there.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit. But then, like, what?
That's really foul.
No. X.
Isn't that
so
gross?
Thank you, Nisha, for bringing up that category because wow. Yep. That's a no for me, dog.
Oh my God.
That is a no for me. What you got, Mar? Lighten us up.
Okay, I have an award for a man by the name of Gianni Infantino. He is the FIFA president. We all know the World Cup took place last year, and this guy, being the FIFA president, was supposed to handle the controversy surrounding the event even being held in Qatar. Of course, a lot of criticism about human rights abuses and especially with regard to the LGBTQ plus community and so forth. And, you know, this was an opportunity for him to stand up and just find a way to deal with all of this criticism. And he did it very poorly. It was really, really awful. He's of Italian background. I believe he's actually from Switzerland, though. And so when he was addressing all of the controversy, complaints about the way that migrant workers and other minorities are treated in Qatar, I'm going to quote what he actually said during his press conference. Okay. And this is what he said. Today, I feel Qatari. Today, I feel Arabic. Today, I feel African. Today, I feel gay. Today, I feel disabled. Today, I feel like a migrant worker. But that's not it. That's not all. This fool went on to then say, of course I am not Qatari. I am not an Arab. I am not African. I am not gay. I'm not disabled. But I feel like it because I know what it means to be discriminated against, to be bullied as a foreigner in a foreign country. As a child, I was bullied because I had red hair and freckles. Plus, I was Italian. So imagine. Bro.
Wow.
That was a really, really poor way of handling the PR around that event. And you failed.
Trash.
You failed miserably. And yeah.
Ugh.
Nisha, do you mind if I cut in front of you?
Please, because I'm
okay.
still
I'm going to cut in front of
vomiting.
you because this is related. I want to go ahead and give a Messy Liar award on top of your Messy award. I want to also agree with you that FIFA handled that whole shit fucked up.
It was so bad.
One, as it relates to the revolution that is happening in Iran, that was happening in Iran at the time, FIFA allowed the the Islamic Republic, the IRGC, to dictate who they let into their stadium and who was not allowed into their stadium. They allowed them to dictate what signage could be put up and what signage could not be put up. They allowed their employees to go and take away women life freedom signs and take away any Iranian flags that did not represent the Islamic Republic flag of Iran, to kick out people who came from different countries, and actually provided a list of Iranian nationals from different countries to the Islamic Republic to show which one of them were whatever defectors or whatever you call them. That's as far as FIFA went, to work with this terrorist government, the Islamic Republic. And on top of that, the Islamic Republic sent this idiot fucking woman representative, and her video went viral. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but she got interviewed outside of the stadium, and here she goes with her full, hijab and everything, with her Iranian flag on her cheeks there representing Iran. And she has the audacity to say, what are you talking about? Women have the same equal rights as men in Iran, as she's attending a soccer game, a football game that women in her own country are not allowed to attend in Iran. Women are not allowed to attend soccer games or any kind of games, any kind of sports events. Women are not allowed to attend. Women don't have the rights to choose anything in their own lives in Iran. And this woman stood there and lied about equal rights for women as a woman. And a man walked behind her and said, "You're a liar." Good. And when she was approached by the interviewer, said, "Did you hear that? He called you a liar." And she said, "Lie? I don't know. I don't lie. Lie? I don't know what he's talking about."
Please.
Dumb bitch. Bitch, please. You get the messiest, idiotic lying award. You are a fucking disgrace to women all over, and especially women of Iran who have suffered at the hands of this terrorist government for years and years, who are losing their lives and being mutilated daily in this revolution against this disgusting government. And you are a pawn, my friend. And you are the messiest lying pawn in history.
And that's
you get that award not only for 2022, but for all of eternity, bitch. So take that.
We need to find out where that guy is.
Right? Wow.
Probably locked up, to be honest.
That was
because his name was given to the.
Yeah, he probably did get locked up. We got you, but we'll put you on Amnesty International watch.
Missing. Exactly.
All right, Nisha. You're the one handing out the last award of the show.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure because I have two, kind of.
We'll try to merge them.
Well, one is the Messiest Law, and one is the Messiest Twitter or tweet.
Let's do it.
Okay, so this one goes out to, oh God, I hope I don't get in trouble, but to the US for their Messiest law of reversing a woman's right to choose what she does with her body. There, stay out of my vagina. It doesn't belong to you.
Please.
Stay out of my uterus. And the very fact that we continue.
You stay out of Beverly's uterus.
Oh,
Beverly, please.
You and Beverly.
I'm with you, girl.
Oh boy. I don't know.
Oh no.
Beverly, Bev, please slide into Mars DMs, please.
No, don't do any sliding into my DMs.
Don't slide.
Okay,
Too much
just
sliding
reach out.
I have limits.
Don't reach out
But,
either. Don't reach it.
Like this,
Oh, with those hands.
this year we've seen the messiest steps backwards in terms
Hell
of
yeah.
women's rights.
Mm-hmm.
And women are, and I mean all women, we're just under attack. Like from our uterus to who we are to our existence. Ugh, that shit is this stuff alone. That shit is a little bit too heavy for me. So stay out of my uterus, leave my head alone, let me have my rights. I exist. And you know what's funny? People who use religion to justify their BS. You do realize from your heteronormative point of view, you can't have male without female. So this oppression that you got going on towards women, like for those of you who are Christian, I'm sorry, you do realize that Jesus resurrected to two women first.
Oh, it has nothing to do with religion. It's all politics and it's all games.
Well, they use poor God. Poor God gets the bad rap.
Yeah.
And in Islam, you know that Allah creates females as helpmeet, not slaves. So that to me is wild. My messiest tweet. So 2022, Pepsi put out a tweet saying Coke is better. I'll just leave that there.
What?
They tweeted that Coke is better?
Yes. It says here,
Somebody hacked him? Somebody must have hacked him.
Yeah, somebody definitely hacked that for sure.
Pepsi
Maybe?
Company, and the tweet is October 11th, 2022, Coke is better. I can't disagree. I'm not a big pop drinker. Pepsi is not as good, but to like give that boost to your competition, and hacking is real.
Yo, screenshots galore, boy. They didn't let that shit go.
Yeah. So
Nothing gets deleted in this, Adam.
Nope.
Are you listening, Adam? Nothing gets deleted
Clearly.
in this era, baby.
Beverly, Adam, MILFs, nothing gets deleted. Your name will be forever associated with these things.
Oh my gosh.
So, folks, we hope you've enjoyed these awards, and we would love to hear your own awards that you would like to hand out for very messy incidents in 2022, or even, just this year thus far. Get your mops, clean up in all the aisles, not just aisle 7.
Yeah.
And we will be back again with another wonderful episode of the Messy Truths podcast. Maybe we'll do a little another top 10, ladies.
Oh my God, yes! I'm waiting. I can't wait. But yo, can I just ask you guys? Come on, let us know you're out there. Give us a comment. Tell us happy anniversary, man.
Yes.
You deserve it. We've been doing this thing for longer than a year, and we're
episodes.
late. Exactly 50 episodes. This is a big deal. It's a milestone. I mean, we're going to keep going and just, let us know what you want to hear, what you want us to talk about. Join us on the show even. But, thank you for listening as always. And I love you, ladies. I miss you so much.
Same,
and,
booze. Same.
Big hearts.
All right, folks. Peace.
Till next time. Peace.